The very surface you cook on, the one promised to simplify your life, is actively shedding a chemical into your food that will never truly leave your body. It is accumulating in your organs, altering your biology, and doing so in plain sight, protected by decades of industry silence and regulatory inaction. You are not just cooking your dinner, you are unknowingly adding an enduring contaminant to every single meal, a legacy ingredient that persists indefinitely. This is not a distant industrial pollutant, it is already in your home. You are about to understand precisely how a seemingly innocuous non-stick pan becomes a microscopic factory, introducing per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAS, into your bloodstream. This invisible invasion doesn't stop at your kitchen, it extends from the very convenience packaging in your pantry to the weatherproof fabric in your closet. We will expose the exact mechanisms allowing these so-called forever chemicals to permeate your daily life, unveil the profound health consequences industry knew about for decades, and arm you with the precise knowledge to reclaim your home from these pervasive silent invaders. Imagine a microscopic chainmail built with an unyielding bond between carbon and fluorine atoms. This is the molecular architecture of PFAS, designed to repel water, oil, and stains with an almost supernatural efficacy. Manufacturers discovered this incredible property and weaponized it, deploying it across thousands of products. When you cook on a non-stick pan, each scrape of a utensil, each thermal expansion, each microscopic abrasion chips away at this fluorinated surface. These minute fragments, laden with PFAS molecules, are not simply disappearing. They are migrating directly into your food, into your steam, into your air. Your body, receiving these molecules, lacks any biological mechanism to break them down. They are alien structures, persistent and accumulating. Dr. Grant Olson and his team, in their 2007 study published on the half-lives of fluorochemicals in occupationally exposed workers, meticulously documented that some of these compounds can remain in human serum for years, even decades. Your liver, your kidneys, your blood plasma become unwilling storage sites, steadily increasing their internal burden with every non-stick fried egg, every rain-resistant jacket, every takeout container that kept your food from leaking. This isn't a single event, it's a relentless, low-dose exposure, building up silently, day after day, year after year. The discomfort you might feel, a subtle shift in energy, an unexplained malaise, is so generalized that you would never connect it to the invisible film on your popcorn bag. But the science confirms a clear pathway from the product to you. How can something so fundamentally disruptive be so pervasive? Look around your kitchen right now. How many of these surfaces do you trust implicitly? The very promise of convenience, the ease of cleaning, the resistance to spills, became the Trojan horse for a category of chemicals with profound and deeply concerning health implications. The consequences, meticulously documented in scientific literature, paint a stark picture of what happens when these forever chemicals accumulate. Dr. Vicky Barry and her colleagues, in their 2013 review on perfluorooctanoic acid exposure and human health, summarized a disturbing array of epidemiological evidence. This included a greater than 300,000-person study in the United States, linking PFOA exposure to elevated cholesterol levels, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, testicular cancer, kidney cancer, and pregnancy-induced hypertension. Think about that for a moment. Your body's intricate hormonal systems, its metabolic balance, its critical immune defenses, all thrown into disarray by compounds designed to make water bead off your jacket. Before these chemicals became ubiquitous, these disease markers were less prevalent or understood. After their widespread introduction, we see a disturbing correlation between exposure and an increase in these very health conditions. The industry, from as early as the 1950s, possessed internal studies flagging toxicity concerns. Yet, for decades, they chose to suppress this information to obscure the true nature of these substances behind a veil of proprietary secrecy and carefully crafted marketing. Regulators, often relying on industry-supplied data, were slow to act, leaving a gaping chasm between what was known by manufacturers and what was disclosed to the public. This wasn't merely a misunderstanding, It was a deliberate strategy that gambled with public health, betting that the lucrative benefits of these chemicals would outweigh the long-term invisible costs borne by you and your family. The very idea that a substance could be declared safe simply because its immediate effects weren't visible now appears less like sound science and more like calculated negligence. The good news is that you are not powerless against this invisible invasion. Armed with this knowledge, you can begin to systematically eliminate these threats from your environment. First, immediately replace all non-stick cookware with safer alternatives: cast iron, stainless steel, and ceramic-coated pans, ensuring they explicitly state PFAS-free or PFOA-free on the label, offer superior cooking performance and are entirely free from these fluorinated compounds. Make the switch not just for frying, but for all your baking sheets and muffin tins too. Second, become a vigilant inspector of your food packaging. The grease-resistant coatings found in microwave popcorn bags, pizza boxes, takeout containers, and even some candy wrappers are often loaded with PFAS. Choose brands that specify no intentionally added PFAS, or opt for fresh, unpackaged foods whenever possible. Transfer restaurant takeout immediately to your own glass or ceramic containers. Third, scrutinize water and stain-resistant products in your home. This includes certain rain gear, outdoor furniture fabrics, and even some carpets and upholstery that promise stain-proof living. Look for labels that explicitly state PFAS-free or PFOA-free. For clothing, prioritize natural fibers like cotton, wool, or linen, and choose gear treated with non-fluorinated waterproofing agents. Every single choice, from the pan you use to the wrapper you discard, is a step towards reducing your body's persistent chemical burden. The way you look at your kitchen, your bathroom, your entire home will now be fundamentally altered. That glossy finish on a new product, that promise of effortless cleanup, no longer signals convenience. It triggers an investigative impulse. You are no longer just a consumer, you are a forensic observer, scrutinizing every label, questioning every claim, understanding that true safety lies not in marketing slogans, but in verifiable material science. Your shopping cart transforms into a curated collection of informed choices, reflecting a deeper understanding of the silent battles fought within our own homes. The investigation into the hidden chemicals permeating our everyday lives has just begun. We have pulled back the curtain on the forever chemicals lurking in your most trusted products, revealing the science, the deceit, and the actionable steps you can take today. But this is merely one layer of a far deeper problem. There are other insidious compounds, equally pervasive and equally cloaked in industry secrecy, already influencing the very fabric of your well-being. What you've just uncovered about PFAS is a critical piece of the puzzle, yet countless other elements remain concealed. Stay with us. The next investigation will unearth another common, seemingly innocent item you interact with every single day, and the truth about what it's secretly doing will surprise you again.